YouTube faithful, the wait is over, or is it? NFL returns tonight. Ravens vs. Chiefs showdown, Thursday night football. And for most of you, you're locked in, but some of you have never played NFL, PrizePicks, or DraftKings, and that's okay. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks and maybe some plays, and we're going to move this puppy right along. But what I need you to do is smash the like and hit the subscribe so you can be locked in all NFL season long. You understand what I'm telling you? Now, first, let's go over to PrizePicks and see what's poppin'. Now, there's only so much you can do in a same game parlay for NFL. It's one of the hardest things to play as far as player propositions go. So the first thing you're going to want to do, like with everything else, is go ahead and check DG, see what's popping across the industry. And as you can see right out of the gate, Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson under 490.5 passing yards looks absolutely delicious. Straight up, point blank. I don't know what to tell you. I've been telling everybody, temper your expectations. Thursday night football games are historically low scoring and mid, especially season openers. On top of that, Lamar isn't really going to be a gunslinger anyways. Regardless of what you think of him, he's not. So, can they go over? Yeah. Can they both get 250? Can Mahomes get 280 by himself and Lamar get like 220? Sure. But you do have a slight edge here. Noah Gray, under 1.5 receptions. He's a low usage, pretty much goal line option, or unless Kelsey, something happens to him. Mahomes under 4.5 rushing attempts. I don't know how I feel about that, given the fact that it is the first game of the season. He may try to show out. Folks, everybody's guessing right now, including these books. They're going off of last year's stats, seasons, algorithms, etc. We won't really know much until week 4 when we can hammer down our strategy, see the usage, see who's kicking, see who's chirping, and do what we need to do, which is cook. So for now, that means it's all about the gut calls, baby. It's all about the gut calls. You understand what I'm telling you? It is gut call time. As you can see, that Pacheco, they already made it a demon. So less would have been mint. Now, Lamar Jackson, people are, 1.5 pass rush TDs. It's crispy, right? Maybe. We don't know if Henry's going to be vulturing his TDs at the goal line. We don't really know how that offense is going to look. You got throw in Henry back there. That's a totally different monster, okay? Lamar Jackson is somebody that's usually going to be going yarn, vulturing TDs, but now who knows? What I personally like is his rush yards. I prefer his goblin at 38.5 or 35.5 since it's absolutely week 1 and there's going to be a lot of variance here, but I do have him projected to go over 49.5 rushing yards. Has nothing to do with the matchup, has nothing to do with any of that. All it has to do with is a gut call. This is what he's best at. He's a razzle and dazzler, okay? I think if there's going to be any type of Ravens win, it's going to be because Lamar does Lamar type things. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, either Lamar does Lamar type things or he doesn't. So I think his rush yards would be in play. I think his 35.5 is optimal. And then I'm going to give you the secret to the entire thing. Whenever you're coming down with a showdown, it's all about game script. Every sport, you should be scripting how the game flow is going to go, but especially in NFL, you 100% need to come up with a game script. That's the only way you're going to stand a chance on PrizePicks and DraftKings, okay? Cap, what's a game script? What do you mean by that? Are we cinematographers now? Are we making movies? Are we in Hollywood? No, you jabroni. What we're doing is we're trying to figure out and predict what's going to happen. So, are the Chiefs going to get the lead and then run the ball down their throats? Is Lamar Jackson going to come out there, razzle dazzle, get up 3 touchdowns, and then the Chiefs are throwing from behind, which eliminates the running game? These are the type of questions you need to be asking yourself. So you can look at the spread. You can see that Baltimore and Kansas City, it's a 3-point spread. That's pretty much a pick 'em in the NFL. Pretty much 46.5, decent total for a Thursday night game. Okay, the best optimal total you're looking for in an NFL game is going to be a roughly 50. If you get 50, you target it. Sunday slate, that's the ones you want to be targeting, guys. High octane offenses, especially for fantasy purposes. So once you have your game script, you start going yarn. Now, on Thursday night, something that comes in between is going to be the kickers are absolutely in play on any showdown slate, y'all. Any showdown slate, they're 100% in play. Not to mention you have 2 of the best kickers in the league right here, Butker and Tucker. I mean, my goodness. 1.5. Both of these guys are absolutely in the mix. Now, are they both going to get 2 field goals? Your guess is as good as mine, Chief, but I will have exposure to both of these. Season opener, defensive-minded teams. the best kickers in the league. Points are important in NFL, so I will absolutely have exposure to both of these guys, okay? Now, as far as passing yards go, I think Mahomes at 270 is a little bit too high. I just don't feel great about it. I need to see how he is with his new weapons, with his new team. I need to see how Rice has progressed over the year. I need to see how Kelsey's going to look. I need to see it all. So again, we're just guessing. Eventually, we'll be going yarn because we're going to know what everything is. But for now, we are just guessing. One thing I do like is Pacheco, 2.5 receptions. I was on this early. I do think it's a good play. I have him projected for 3 receptions, and I think he can get it done. Okay, now some of you may want to target King Henry, the King Henry of old, baby. Are we getting King Henry of old? I have no idea, but I will tell you this. Don't take Lamar's rush yards and King Henry's rush yards in the same. That's bad correlation in my opinion. You don't want to take both of these guys in the same lineup, okay? I would take one or the other. If you think it's going to be Lamar, take him. If you think it's going to be Henry, take him. Personally, I'm not going to have any Henry today. I'm just going with Lamar, Pacheco, and then I may have a few other ones with the field goals and mix and match. I am going light on PrizePicks, UnderDog, all those. I am going light, but what I am doing, like every showdown slate, is DraftKings Showdown. Now, you may not know what that is, and have no fear. Captain Crush is right freaking here. Now, this is where the money is made. And don't say, Cap, DraftKings isn't available in my state. We're not talking about the sports book, jabroni. We're talking about the PvP fantasy. It's available in 49 of 50 states. Unless you live, I believe it's Idaho, you're good. All right? This is where I've made amazing amounts of money. This is where you can turn $15 into $300,000. Tonight, you can turn $15 into $1 million. Now, because it's a showdown, it's most likely going to be chopped, which means it's going to be split amongst everybody. This works like a golf tournament or a poker tournament. You buy in, the house takes a percentage of the buy-in, so whatever it is, if it's a $5 buy-in, the house is going to take 50 cents. The rest of it goes to the prize pool, and it's divvied up based on who comes in first, second, third, fourth, fifth. There's strategy to it. You're not playing against the house. There's no house advantage. You're literally playing man v man. Whoever has the best lineup among you and someone else is winning the coin. Now, there's a lot of different contests to choose from, which is why contest selection is crucial. Most of you have never played. You're going to go to this $15 one, see, $1 million for first, just go in. This is the hardest thing to win. There's so many people. Look, there's 196,000 players in here. Can you win it? Absolutely. Okay, no, I'm never going to say that you can't win it. It's winnable. Somebody's got to win the thing. It's most likely going to be chopped, but this is how it is. So what I like to do is high dollar single entry. So it'd be like $100 single entry, which means everybody gets one lineup, okay? Now, this is a winner take all. Now, another thing is that it's confusing when you're looking at it from the website, but they do have an app for Android and iPhone, and it's so much easier to navigate. But anyways, let's just take this one for argument's sake. It's a $5 buy-in. You only get one lineup. Some contests you can get more than that, all right? You can get like 3 lineups, 20 lineups, 150, but for this one it's single entry, one player, one lineup. First place 15,000, 10,000, 7, so forth, all right? So you can go down and you can see what it is. So then you're going to want to draft your team, and it's going to take you to this where you pick a captain, and then there's 3 other spots underneath that are called your flex. Now, your captain is going to be 1.5 points more than any other spot, but the caveat is they're going to cost 1.5 than any other spot. Everybody's given $50,000 of Monopoly money and say, here, build your team, buddy. Show out for your boy. You get $50K of fake money. Every player has a salary. You mix and match. You take what you want to do. You got to have at least one player from each side, and there's only one game, so here you go. You pick your captain. Let's say you wanted to go with Mahomes. There you have Mahomes, and then that leaves you with $34,000 to build the rest of your lineup. Sounds easy, right? It's actually the hardest thing there is, but it's the most fun thing there is, man. I'm telling you, there's nothing like Showdown. Now, the whole strategy is you got to think outside the box. You're competing against 10,000, 5,000, 20,000 other people sometimes, and they're all trying to think of what's going to happen and how to win. So that's where it comes in, the strategy. Ownership. How many people are putting Mahomes at captain? You got to think about that. So then you can play leverage. If Mahomes busts, meaning he doesn't get there, he has a bad game, and you fade him at captain, you automatically have a massive advantage over the field, and you have a chance to climb that ladder and win first place. Do you follow what I'm doing here? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Now, if you already know how this works, apologies, but a lot of people that watch this channel, they don't know. So I got to educate and I got to teach them. Now, again, this is a showdown slate. This is when you have the captain in 1v1. For a normal slate, it's totally different, and I'll be having a video for that for Sunday as well. Now, me personally, since it's a Thursday night game, I'm going to be heavy on the kickers tonight in my lineup, okay? I'm going to have exposure to Tucker and Butker, and I honestly think there's a strategy where you could take one of these kickers at captain. I know that sounds ridiculous, but check it out. Let's just say I had Butker at captain, cost $6,900. I have $43,000 for every other spot. I can get Lamar, Mahomes, and then I can get 2 receivers and a tight end if you do that with 2 of the top quarterbacks. Now, I'm just showing you this as an example. Per the DraftKings rules, I can't give full lineups like that, okay? This isn't like PrizePicks where you're playing against the house, you're playing against other people. So you're going to want to figure out your strategy, okay? Now, in my Discord, I give projection sheets for each player, what I project them to get, and I give player pool and in-depth strategy on these players and advice in the live stream. So basically, I just wanted to go over this once, and then next time we have a showdown slate, I can just make a video and talk about the players and player pool, and I don't have to go into this is how it's done. I don't want to do this every video, so make sure you're paying attention. So now you understand it, you play around with it, so then on Monday night and Sunday night football showdown, Captain Crush can come on here, talk about strategy, and we don't even have to deal with, oh, well, this is how this works, because you guys already know. We're not wasting time. There's no wasted moments. Or should I say minutes? But the fact of the matter is this, y'all. I'm telling you, give it a chance. This is fun. I've made a ton of money. A lot of people have become millionaires doing DraftKings. You got to get in the mix. There's nothing like it. It'll elevate your fantasy game to the next level, all right? Another strategy you could have, you could put Lamar at captain and then start building down. He has the most fantasy upside on the slate because of his rushing ability, okay? Him and Mahomes. Or you could take a wide receiver up there. You could go with Flowers. Then you could take Jackson, Mahomes, Kels, or whatever you want to do. Or you could go running back heavy. Or you could do kickers. Don't be afraid to leave salary on the table, and don't be afraid to do something crazy. Remember, it's not just about picking the good players. It's about the ownership of those players and the way you're taking your captain. That is where the advantage is. You want to have a unique lineup that not a lot of people have, so if it hits, you climb up and you have a chance to win first outright, okay? This is for the GPPs. For the cash games, which are the double ups, it's totally different, but this is for GPPs, guys. I'm not even going to waste time with cash games, which are the double ups. I'm not interested in trying to teach that. That's just another day for another time. So once you have your game script, your player pool, then you can start mixing and matching in DraftKings, build those lineups, have fun with it. It's opening night. Nobody really knows too much. Same thing with PrizePicks, UnderDog, Chalkboard, ParlayPlay. Y'all, I'm telling you, don't go crazy, man. We're all just guessing. Don't just think because it's the NFL, everybody's just going to be millionaires tomorrow. It doesn't work like that, dude. I don't want you guys to be disappointed and have a bad taste in your mouth because of NFL. NFL season realistically doesn't start until week 4 for me, okay? That's the God's honest truth. My girl was talking to me about last night. She's like, aren't you excited? Your favorite sport? I'm like, yeah, yes and no, because it's still roughly 3 to 4 weeks away until I can actually start knowing what's going on. These guys, these teams, completely new offenses. So make sure you're not going crazy. Have fun with it. And most importantly, get in my Discord/Dub Club so you can get all the plays, all my projections, and access to the live stream, which are going to be critical. CaptainCrush.net Gold Package. It's right there for you, right there. I will be having a live stream today at 5 o'clock Central Time. We will go over the showdown slate. I'll give you my final advice for NFL, MLB, and more. This is where I do it. It's right here. You'll get my projection sheets, Discord, everything. Now, yesterday, the Dodgers sold big league, but it's okay. It still was a good day for me. I still was able to get coin. I cannot believe the Dodgers got wrecked like that, but that's a different video for a different time. I'll do an MLB video later today. I did just want to do a quick NFL video. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Here's the salute. Good luck in all your contests. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush.